My name is Faith Mosio.
Okay, and what is your main instrument?
My main instrument at Crisis at Midnight is bass.
Does it have a name? You named it?
I have not named my bass, but all my basses are blue.
All right, so tell us your name.
Oh, my name is Genesee. A lot of people know me as Nico. It's one of my nicknames out there, but it is Genesee.
Okay, do you prefer, I mean, we call it Nico in the band. Would you prefer Genesee or Nico's okay?
Oh yeah, both of them is okay, to be honest with you. Like, it's just like I'll still respond.
What is your main instrument?
Oh, my main instrument is my vocals. I am the lead vocalist of our glorious band, Crisis at Midnight. We would love to be out there to show people what we are capable of, you know?
My name is Reza.
And what's your main instrument?
My main instrument is guitar.
Does it have a name?
It doesn't, but maybe it should. Maybe it should.
What might you think?
I
Anything in mind?
Oh, gee, I have to think about that.
Have you had one in the past?
No.
No?
I named my cars though. I currently drive a CRV and its name's Rex.
Okay, cool. Okay, so tell us your name.
My name is Ira. Nico, go away.
Okay, well, what is your main instrument?
Drums.
Drums. Is there anything else?
No.
Okay, good. Drums are hard enough.
Take up all my time.
So, do you have a drum set at home?
I do.
Okay, have you named it?
No.
No?
I have not named my drum set.
Okay.
No.
What is your name?
David Freitag.
Alright. I think I'm very confident in David.
It was a problem when I was younger. I had trouble saying my name. I stuttered. It was a nightmare. But I got over that with a lot of practice.
I love that. So what is your main instrument?
That's a good question now, isn't it?
It's a very good question for you.
Yes. During the pandemic, I started with the drums. Was hurt my elbows. I'm old, so I had to give that up. I started playing bass. I really love playing bass, but we already have a bassist in the band. So I volunteered to play piano, and I'm like really into the piano now. I'm playing things I could never thought of 6 months ago. Because 6 months ago, well, last July, I didn't play at all, and now I'm playing songs.
Exactly.
And playing all kinds of things. So it's so right now it's piano.
Yeah.
I guess.
Right now it's piano.
Although I still play bass every day. Also.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, play bass every day
now.
too. Okay.
All right. Does your piano have a name?
No, it does not, because I have like 3 pianos here, and so I just go from one to the other. So I don't really name one because it's a keyboard. I just kind of go with it.
Yeah.
So if I buy one and I carry it to the places I might develop an emotional attachment to it, but I don't have that yet.
That's right. It's not going to be in the front seat of your car and you like do a blanket around it like Baby King
Right.
with Lucille. Okay.
What animal will play your instrument the best?
What animal would play my instrument the best? Probably an otter, because otters are quick, they're fun, yeah, little hands, but they have a great sense of humor, and I think the bass is an instrument that has a great sense of humor.
Okay, cool. So if an animal could sing, what animal do you think would sing the best?
An animal. Never thought of that one. Well, maybe a snake. I actually really like snakes.
Okay.
I like snakes. They're very seductive.
Living in Tucson, that's a snaky place here.
Yeah, there's a lot of snakes apparently.
What animal would play your instrument the best?
Probably like a giant centipede or something, because it has you can just have one hand for fret.
Yeah, nice. Okay. What is your favorite note?
Probably C.
What animal would play your instrument the best? Okay.
Wow. I would say an octopus, 8 arms.
Oh, there you go.
Awesome. Yeah.
They're pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, so what animal would play your instrument the best? Your current instrument.
Yeah, the piano. I'm thinking octopus.
Yes. That's great. What is your favorite note?
Everybody says middle C. I'm gonna say kind of
Yes,
just
good.
a little to the right of the C right there. It just, plus like a D minor chord,
Alright
just
now.
it gets really kind of funky, and I kind of like that.
Okay, I love that answer.
Verse, chorus, or bridge?
Verse, chorus, or bridge? The most exciting things happen in the bridge. But who doesn't love a good chorus? That's what you have to put to,
What
right?
would be the title of a song about your life?
Title of the song, My Life. Things you didn't say.
Ooh, nice, nice. You may have to write that.
Alright,
That's nice.
it's my new book.
Verse, chorus, or bridge?
Oh, definitely chorus, because like chorus tells like a lot of the majority of what the story implies in the song, especially as someone who like is still learning how to write songs and just learning how to make them very well. I would say chorus really speaks a lot of volume towards people, especially like during their life, how they like experience life. You know.
What would be the title of a song about your life?
Title, depression. I mean, no, I would say title of the song for my life is being eccentric, because I'm kind of a little wild. Honestly, I kind of just do random things the whole time.
Okay.
I don't know why. Maybe it's my ADHD brain. I don't know.
Verse, chorus, or bridge?
I would say solo.
Ooh, spoken like a real guitarist. There we go. What would be the title of a song about your life?
Oh boy.
Deep question here.
Yeah,
Deep,
jeez.
deep.
Uh,
First thing comes to mind.
Okay.
Just spit it out.
oh jeez.
You're not tied to this.
Musical engineer. I don't know.
Okay.
There's probably a million of those. I don't know.
Verse, chorus, or bridge?
I'm gonna go with like a lot of people. Chorus. Chorus has the energy.
Yeah.
The verse is kind of setting the stage, and the chorus comes in, and energy, and da 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 da, and you tap your toes, and then back to the verse again, and then you come back to the chorus again. So yeah.
That is correct. The driving force.
Yeah.
What would be the title of a song about your life?
Overthinking it again. Anybody who knows me would nod and go, yeah. See? She's laughing, see?
No, I'm laughing because it's a great title, but I don't know if I would say overthinking it again about you. That is not my impression of you at all.
I'm trying not to.
Okay,
No, but that's been my life.
all right, thus far.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. What note am I thinking of?
What note are you thinking of? B flat.
Nope, it's not it. Okay. Lyricist, composer, or performer?
Lyricist, composer, or
Performer.
performer? Composer.
Okay. What is your favorite musical genre?
Oh, rock. Definitely.
Okay. Lyricist, composer, or performer?
I would say like performer, because like a lot of the times like what people like to see is the performance of another person, like how they interact with the crowd, how the singer or anyone in the band is like pretty much interacting with one another where they're just having fun. And and for me, as someone who loves to perform a lot, that's one of the key points for me.
What is your favorite musical genre?
Oh, there's a couple of things. So there's the emo genre, like for example, like the Black Veil Brides one. That's like a heavy stuff as well, and also like metal. So basically, around from the rock genre going towards the mellow genre, and as well as the punk, at the in between of it, which is the punk. I really love those because it gives like a lot of energy, a lot of like kind of like how I do things. You know what I mean? Like especially the screamo stuff and whatnot.
What note am I thinking of?
G sharp.
Nope. Lyricist, composer, or performer?
Performer.
Okay. Well, what is your favorite musical genre?
Favorite musical genre? I would say it's like early 2000s, like rock, like My Chemical Romance, Panic at the Disco. But I also like everything, and I play a lot of blues right now, so I love the blues right now.
Cool. So it's evolving.
Everything, yeah. Evolving and everything.
Nice. What symbol am I thinking of?
What symbol? You mean like a
On
drum
kit.
cymbal?
Yeah.
I think you're thinking of the hi-hat.
Nope.
What note am I thinking of?
E flat.
No. Okay.
Okay.
But good try. Lyrics, lyricist, composer, or performer?
I would say lyricist. You know, I've written books, I've
Yeah.
written all kinds of stuff, so writing kind of comes more natural to me.
Right.
You know, I've written some songs too, composed songs, but it was like I had to learn how to do it, and I'm happy with them. Are they great? But I'm happy with them. They're nice. I like them, but I like the words better.
Right.
That comes first to me.
It speaks to the writer in you.
Yes.
And what is your favorite musical genre?
It used to be way back when, like most people, it's what we were growing up as a teenager, right?
Right.
Classic rock and roll, way back when, right?
Yeah.
And that's what it was for decades, just because I was working, didn't have any bandwidth to look at anything else. I missed the entire grunge era. I just completely missed it because I was working all the time. Now, since I started playing music and started with the band, Crisis at Midnight, and with all my bandmates, and we're learning new songs, and people younger are bringing in more songs. My musical taste has expanded, and now I like a lot of genres. I haven't found a genre I don't like at this point. Part of it is, like art appreciation is musical appreciation. I can see what people are trying to do. I can understand what they're going for. Even if it won't be the first thing I would pick up to listen to, I can appreciate what they're doing. It's like, oh, okay. And I've been reading a lot of history, so I know where it came from and where how it got to where it is. So all that is very interesting. So I don't really have a favorite musical genre anymore. I listen to a lot of stuff. Classic rock will always be, in my heart. In my heart, because I was a teenager. It imprinted on me like ducks, right?
That's right.
But that is.
I could totally relate to that, David. Absolutely. The expansion of, the evolution of musical journey, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Now your genre is all of it.
Yeah. Let's play it all.
It's
What is your favorite musical genre?
rock. Definitely.
Okay. If you could have lived another musician's life, whose life would that be and why?
Oh wow, that's a great question. What musician would I have? Do they have to be not of this world any longer?
No, it could be anybody. You have to-
Huh.
but I just asked the question. It's up to you how you answer them.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Who would I have loved to?
There's no wrong answer.
There is no wrong answer, right? All musicians are
Well,
awesome.
maybe. I would not want to be Roy Orbison. I'm sorry.
That's true.
He had a tragic
That's
life. Okay.
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 Tell me the question again.
If you could have lived another musician's life, whose life would that be and why?
Huh. I'm gonna say Jimi Hendrix, and I'm gonna say Jimmy because Jimmy. Well, most people who are creative, I think, come from nothing, but I think that he was tapped into another wavelength, and he wasn't afraid to do musically anything, and most of what he created just came from his soul, from his heart, from his light, Yes, he led a tragic life, was fast and furious, but I have this feeling that it was not one that was based in fear. Like he got to do all the things that he wanted to do, And it wasn't like a pain-driven kind of thing. Of excess, yes, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Jimi Hendrix.
If you could have lived another musician's life, whose life would that be and why?
Another musician's life. I would say like maybe like well, definitely I would say Brendan Urie. Like the first person who's ever like inspired me to become a singer because of how he trained in singing, how he he developed his voice from like because he has a deep voice, but like when he sings, it's very lyrical. It's very like bright and bubbly, you know. So especially when he hits the high notes. So yeah, I'd say that one.
Okay. If you could have lived another musician's life, whose life would that be and why?
I think it would have been really cool to live Weird Al's life because he plays the accordion, and I can play the accordion.
Oh,
And he's
interesting.
also, I mean, he's pretty iconic. So.
Yeah, absolutely, cool. What is your favorite musical genre?
Oh, that's easy. Late 60s, early 70s, rock and blues.
Okay. If you could have lived another musician's life, whose life would that be and why?
Ooh, another musician, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, not all have had great lives.
That's true. Seen a lot of them pass way before my time. Wow. Musician. I would love to have been an early guitarist in the 50s or 60s. Somebody, one of the three Kings, either BB, Albert, or Freddie.
Okay,
Any one of them.
cool. Nice.
If you could have lived another musician's life, whose life would that be and why?
Yeah, there's a lot of tragic
Yeah.
stories out there,
Right.
unfortunately. So I was thinking, I'm thinking someone who's had a long life and has played music a lot in their entire life. I'm thinking Paul McCartney.
Oh my gosh, Paul McCartney.
Yeah, he started out,
That's true. It's a good
as a man, and
Yeah.
he evolved over time and wrote symphonies and has played with everybody in the world, right? And traveled and
Lived here in Tucson.
lived here in Tucson for a little bit. I know people who saw him, driving his pickup truck here in
Used
Tucson.
to go to Tino's, that's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, so, yeah, unfortunately, he was gone before I got here, so I never saw him here. But yeah, he's had a fabulous life, I think. He's had some tragedy too, like all lives, do, unfortunately. But that's someone that would be a life.
That's a good one, David. I applaud that one. I want to steal that one. Who doesn't want to be Paul?
If you could only listen to one song for the
Oh
rest
my
of your
gosh.
life,
For the rest
what
of
would
my
it be?
life.
It's not all the time, just whenever you want to hear a song. This is the song you would hear, and that's the only song you could hear.
Huh. Well, this is kind of sad for me right now because my mom just passed, but I have been listening to 21 Pilots' The Line, like, on repeat forever, over and over again. And it's a beautiful song, and I wouldn't mind being in that frame of mind of remembrance and love for eternity. And probably that's exactly what's going to happen. I'll be always listening to that song, like every day.
Okay, if you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, Rebel Love Song by Black Veil Brides. It's just so catchy.
Okay, that's fine. If you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, gee.
Whenever you want to hear a song, this is the song you would hear.
This is the song I hear for the rest of my life. Oh boy.
Not all the time, just whenever you want to hear a
Okay.
song.
Oh gee. Maybe. I mean, first thing that comes to my mind is Famous Last Words by My Chemical Romance. That's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Okay.
But if I had time to think about it, it might be like, I don't know,
Okay.
some like jazz thing maybe. I don't know.
Okay. If you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be? Just, you don't have to listen all the time, just when you did hear a song, this is the one song you would
The
hear.
one,
The one you would hear.
baby. There have been a few over the years. What would it be right now? I'm still gonna go with something on Derek and the Dominoes album. It's gonna get better in a little while.
Okay.
From that live
Cool.
album.
If you could only listen to one song for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I'm thinking it would be Happy by Pharrell.
By Pharrell, cool.
Yeah, just every time that song plays,
Yeah.
I'm just smiling and dancing, right?
That's a
and
good one.
so I can listen to that over and over and over.
I love
Yeah.
that. All right, here you go.
And I got the videos too. The video of people dancing that, like a 12-hour video thing like
That's
that,
too.
was great. I love to watch all those people dancing. Practice, perform, play, or jam. And why?
Practice, perform, play, or jam. Jam. Recently got to jam, Reza and I, and that was like really thrilling to be able to apply your musical knowledge and just like be in the moment and see what happens, you know, and let that electricity flow. So it's kind of jam. When we practice, it's really cool though too, because you have to have such listening ears for everybody else in the band. It's very community-based practice, you know. I don't see it as like a singular kind of thing. It's everybody together, like coming together and making really good music and honing at the same time. So, but jamming has to get like top billing.
Okay. All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank
and
you.
we appreciate it.
All right.
Okay. Practice, perform, play, or jam. And why?
I would say perform. A lot of the times perform. Yeah, it's just so fun performing, especially like when you have no idea what you're doing, but somehow you gotta just wing it. It's funnier that way.
Yeah. Spoken like a real vocalist.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you everybody for listening to me. That was pretty great. Thank you, David. Bye bye.
Practice, perform, play, or jam. And why?
Jam, 100% jam. Jamming is the funnest thing ever. Like in Seattle, there's a museum of, like a music museum.
Yeah.
And you go in there and you can just jam with people, and they have bass guitar, they have electric guitar, they have piano, they have drum sets there, and you just go there and you find some random people and you can just jam with them. And I was there for like 4 hours this December. I just was in that one room, I didn't look at anything else in the whole museum. Just went to that room and just jam with random people.
Awesome.
Practice, perform, play, or jam, and why?
Each of them have their benefits, right? Like I like to practice because I'm an introvert and it's by myself. And without the practice, I don't get to do the other things.
True.
So the practice, and I've learned in life, you have to enjoy the practice in order to get to the other things.
Yeah.
If you don't enjoy the practice, you're not going to get to perform, play, and jam. So you got to enjoy that. So I really work at enjoying the practice. So I enjoy the practice. But now that I'm in a band, I'm learning to enjoy the playing.
Right.
And playing with other people and learning how to play. And that's fun in itself, right?
Yeah.
And then part of that, besides the structured practice, we have learning songs and honing the songs. But when we have time and we'll work it in, the jamming is a lot of fun too.
Yes.
And that's a whole thing to learn how to do also. And so that's a lot of fun too. So my answer is kind of like almost all of them, depending on the context we're talking.
Right.
Exactly.
So,
So
but it sounds like maybe practice is like your thing.
it's the beginning of it. It's the foundation of everything
Yeah.
else, right?
Yeah. Part of your overthinking it again.
Possibly, yes. You can see my videos where I'm playing and I pause. My brain's like thinking, and then I'm playing something else, right? I'll learn to turn that off and just move on
To the jam part.
to the jam part. Yeah.
All right, David, it's the end of your interview. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody. Practice, perform, play, or jam. Practice, perform, play, or jam.
They're all they're all mixed in together. I don't think you can do one without the other, but I do like the jam.
Okay. That's a common answer among musicians.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you for your time.
Is that it?
That's it.
Thanks. Do I get the job?
You got it.